So, வணக்கம் students. இந்த வீடியோல நம்ம CPR பத்தி பார்க்க போறோம். Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation. இதயம் நுரையீரல் உயிர்ப்பித்தல். இதய நுரையீரல் உயிர்ப்பித்தல் அப்படிங்கறத பத்தி பார்க்கலாம். First Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation என்னன்னு பார்க்கலாம். In 1956, James Elam and Peter Saffer were the first to use mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. So James Elam, Peter Saffer, first அவங்க வந்து mouth-to-mouth resuscitation கொடுத்தாங்கன்னு பார்க்குறோம். CPR is a life-saving procedure that is done at the time of emergency conditions, such as when a person's breathing is stopped abruptly or heartbeat has stopped abruptly in case of drowning, electric shock, or heart attack. So drowning na ஆத்துல குளத்துலலாம் குளிக்க போகும்போது தண்ணியில மூழ்கிடுவாங்க இல்லையா, அது தென் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஷாக் நமக்கு தெரியும். ஆர் ஹார்ட் அட்டாக், இந்த டைம்ல எல்லாம் ஹார்ட்டோட ஃபங்க்ஷன், ஹார்ட் பீட் ஆர் பிரீத்திங் வந்து சடனா வந்து ஸ்டாப் ஆயிடுது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி டைம்ல பேஷண்ட்டுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்னா சிபிஆர் கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படின்னு பார்க்குறோம். CPR include rescue of breath, which is achieved by mouth-to-mouth breathing to deliver oxygen to the victim's lungs, by external chest compressions, which helps to circulate blood to the vital organ. So CPR அப்படின்றது ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து breathing கொடுக்குறது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ அவங்க வந்து அன்கான்சியஸாக இருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ நம்ம mouth-to-mouth breathing கொடுக்குறோம். எதுக்காக அப்படின்னா to deliver the oxygen to the victim's lungs, and followed by the external chest compression, which helps to circulate the blood to the vital organ. So அது என்ன ப்ராசஸ்ங்கிறத இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்கலாம் வீடியோவில். Then CPR must be performed within 4 to 6 minutes after cessation of the breath to prevent brain damage or brain death. ஸோ அவங்க வந்து அன்கான்சியஸ் ஆன உடனே 4 to 6 மினிட்ஸில் நம்ம வந்து இந்த சிபிஆர் வந்து கண்டிப்பாக நம்ம அவங்களுக்கு வந்து பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்கிறோம். இல்லாட்டி என்ன ஆகும்னா பிரெயின் செல் வந்து டெத் ஆயிரும் ஆர் பிரெயின் டேமேஜ் ஆயிரும் பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ அலாங் வித் சிபிஆர் defibrillation is also done. So defibrillation means a brief electric shock is given to the heart to recover the functions of the heart. ஸோ இதுதான் defibrillation. நமக்கு தெரியும். வந்து சிபிஆர் கொடுத்தும் ஃபெயிலியர் ஆயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா நம்ம உடனே நெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபைனல் ஸ்டெப் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா டீஃபிபிரிலேஷன் தான் பண்ணுவோம். எலக்ட்ரிக் ஷாக் கொடுத்து ஹார்ட்டுடைய ஃபங்க்ஷன் வந்து இனிஷியேட் பண்றதுக்காக. So now we will learn about CPR video.
Hello, in this health sketch we want to talk to you about CPR, which stands for Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation. We use CPR when someone has collapsed and is not breathing, because it can keep people alive until emergency services arrive. Learning these simple life-saving skills is as easy as ABC. All you have to remember is the doctor's ABC. D is for danger. First, look around carefully to make sure the area is safe for yourself and others before approaching. R is for response. Shake them gently by the shoulders and ask them loudly, "Are you all right?" If there is no response, you need to. S. Shout for help, as any assistance will be helpful. A is for airway. Gently tilt the head back like this to open up the airway. B is for breathing. Look, listen, and feel for signs of normal breathing. Look for normal chest movements. Listen for normal breathing sounds, and try to feel their breath against your face. Do this for no more than 10 seconds. If there is no sign of breathing, or if they are breathing in an unusual, noisy way, we need to start CPR. First, make sure that an ambulance is on its way. If you have someone with you, ask them to make the call. Putting the phone on speaker mode is useful, as the ambulance service can talk you through the steps. C is for circulation. Circulation means the flow of blood around the body, and when the heart stops pumping, we need to take over this role by pushing down hard and fast on the chest. Start by placing the heel of one hand at the center of the person's chest and interlock your fingers like this. With arms straightened, press down hard and fast, letting the chest come back up fully each time. Fast means around 2 times every second. And hard means that the chest needs to go down by about 5 centimeters. This might sound a lot, but you do need to push hard for it to be effective. If you have been trained, you can give 2 rescue breaths after every 30 compressions, as this helps provide some oxygen. However, if you have not been trained or are not comfortable, just keep going with hands-only continuous chest compressions. If someone else is with you, swap over if you begin to feel tired, and don't stop until either a health professional takes over or the person is definitely breathing normally. Sometimes we can add another step. D. D is for defibrillation, which is about delivering a shock to restart the heartbeat. Some public areas and workplaces have an easy-to-use defibrillator on site called an automatic external defibrillator, or AED. Automatic means that it is the machine that decides what to do, so you can't go wrong, and it even talks you through the steps. If there is no AED available, keep going with CPR until the ambulance arrives. That's it. So to recap, remember doctor's ABC, and if you have it, D. That's D for danger, R for response, S, shout for help, A for airway, B for breathing, C for circulation, and D for defibrillation. In this health sketch, we've shown you the simple steps you can take to help someone who has collapsed, is not breathing, or not breathing normally. Why not take a training course to practice these steps? Share this video with friends and family to make sure we all know what to do.
Okay. So now நம்ம வெளியே வந்து CPR எப்படி ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணணும்னு பார்த்தோம். இந்த வீடியோல நம்ம inside the body என்ன நடக்குது அப்படினு பார்க்கலாம்.
Our heart is an amazing organ. It works hard for us every second of every day, delivering blood and oxygen to every cell in our body. But when sudden cardiac arrest strikes, our heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating effectively and blood flow stops. Without any intervention, the brain, vital organs, and our heart will begin to die. Beginning CPR is the person's only chance of survival. Brain damage will start to set in within 4 minutes, and after 10 minutes, brain damage becomes irreversible. The power to save a life is truly in your hands. Performing CPR accomplishes 2 critical things. 1. Compressions move oxygenated blood to the brain to keep the brain alive. And 2. Compressions keep blood and oxygen moving to the heart muscle itself, so that it has the best chance of resuming a normal electrical rhythm after a shock is delivered. As you begin compressions, you are creating an artificial pump and doing the work of the heart manually. With each good, effective compression, you are building up pressure in the system, which will move blood around the heart and up to the brain. It does take time to get the blood moving with CPR, so it is very important to push hard and push fast to build the pressure up, which keeps blood going to the brain. Pushing down at least 2 inches allows for the heart to be squeezed and blood to move out. Pushing at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute is necessary to keep blood pumping. Let's see what happens when we take our hands off the chest. Blood stops moving to the brain. It is for this reason that if you are taking your hands off the chest to deliver breaths or switching roles, it is critical to minimize time off the chest. Watch what happens when we don't push deep enough. Blood does not reach the brain. The same is true if we do not push fast enough. Watch what happens when we push too fast. The heart does not have time to refill with blood, therefore not enough blood gets pumped out. Watch what happens when we don't allow the body to decompress and allow the chest to fully recoil. The heart does not have a chance to refill with blood, therefore no blood gets pumped out. So remember, the key purpose of delivering compressions is to keep oxygenated blood moving within the heart and up to the brain to keep the brain alive. We need to push hard and push fast in the center of the chest. If ribs break, that's okay. What's not okay is allowing the brain to die from a lack of oxygen. So remember, you are their only hope. Do the best you can, and don't give up until medical help arrives or an AED is present. You can do it.
So these are all the references. We have taken different references from for animation video, first aid image, defibrillation image and all. Thank you, students.